You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
All right, welcome to Lone Star Community Radio with Mornings at Lone Star, irlonestar.com, broadcasting live from the downtown Conroe studios on our YouTube, Facebook, and of course, irlonestar.com/Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. This is going to be our episode 2 of Mornings at Lone Star with our new format, and we have Happy Days. The Cats of Happy Days is in the studio throughout the next hour, swapping and talking and all that kind of stuff. Don't forget, you can get your tickets at owentheater.com. And it premieres tomorrow night.
Right, now we got friends and family night tonight. So
well, you can't. I thought you're not allowed to talk about that.
Well,
but welcome to Mornings at Lone Star.
We got 3 listeners who, we're not going to sell out tonight.
That's true. Well, you never know.
You never know.
You tell enough people, and you say free.
My favorite color.
No, okay. One thing I have to ask, and this is going to be a question for all the cast, is how insane is it to listen to this song over and over and over and over?
Oh my god!
Like, I can't imagine sitting there after like the first week going, "Oh, no, I'm over."
Fortunately, it's rarely sung in the show.
Really?
Yeah. There are many other songs in there.
Okay. Wasn't the opening song this song? It has to be.
It builds into it. It's called a resolve. It resolves into the song.
Okay.
So, and Paul Williams did the music on this. Paul Williams, who won multiple awards, and the last A Star Is Born they had, with Barbra Streisand, he wrote. He wrote
Chris
the big song.
Christopherson.
Yeah. He wrote Evergreen, and he was also in Phantom of the Paradise, which is the most acid trippiest version of Phantom of the Opera ever.
Ever, huh?
Ever. Phantom of the Paradise. Check it out.
Okay.
Well, good morning, Dick.
Good morning. Miss you too.
I miss my Dick.
Yeah. It's good to see you, man.
I've been dickless.
I know
for
you've been working hard
week.
for the Happy Days.
That's right.
And so it's going to be running for the next 4 weeks or 3 weeks?
3
weeks.
But on the third weekend, there's going to be a Thursday night performance, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. And we're also going to have a special understudy night where the understudies are going to take over. It's going to be a Wednesday evening, and we'll talk about it when we get closer to it. But the understudies are going to step up. And so
that's cool.
Like a lot of the stars, they're going to be relegated to do the scut work. That
as everyone should.
That's right.
You have to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
So Happy Days, from what I understand, we kind of talked about it before, but it's basically based off of the audience who you go, like say you buy a ticket to go to the Owen Theater. You're part of a live studio audience as if you're watching a taping of Happy Days.
That's our conceit. That's what we wanted to do. I directed this show many, many, many years ago, like when it first came out, and it was straightforward. This one I thought, because my assistant director, John Barton, who is like this total rock,
Okay, I'm going to ask you a favor. You cannot give anyone compliments that's in the studio or anyone that's involved, because we know everyone's awesome. Everyone's a great actor.
Well, not
great,
everyone, but there are a few. How many cast do I have? 24. I'm working with 22 of the best actors I've ever seen. So you say that, and the people
now it's gonna get cutthroat.
I know, right?
Tonight, who's the two?
Getting down and dirty tonight.
So
okay, but anyhow, so the conceit that we came up with was to turn it into like a live taping. We're gonna have a fake TV camera there, and the set is set up to almost like a sitcom set. If you remember, because remember the first season of Happy Days, it was a single camera deal.
Do you have that annoying off-air bell?
Oh, you know it.
Oh yeah, we have a light.
Oh, you don't have the bell?
No bell, but we have the light, and we have an applause sign in case we have lazy audience members.
Yeah. They're not very bright.
Yeah.
You can't can you trust an audience today to really get what's going on?
Well, it's our job to make them get it.
Yeah. That's why you have an applause sign.
Well, it's part of the gag.
Okay.
Because without the applause sign, you wouldn't be part of a live studio audience. Yeah. We even have the pre-show announcement, Happy Days, filmed before a live studio audience.
And do you have anyone that goes out to acknowledge the crowd?
I was thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Usually you have your person who warms up the audience. They usually on sitcoms, they would get a stand-up comedian to go out like half an hour before and warm up the audience. Well, we're not doing that.
We don't want to ruin it.
No,
we don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, come see and find out.
There you go. So we have 2 people sitting with us. We have an open seat over here. If anyone wants to sit over here,
do Lord of the Flies. We got 3 people and 1 chair. Go for it.
Lizzie's coming.
Okay, we got more. Okay.
Well, we have so many people coming.
Yeah, we're
just
gonna rotate
gonna-
through. I
just
tried
like-
saying only three, but no, they wouldn't do it.
I'm a good listener.
Well, because you do the 2 rule. You're like, oh, there's 2 of y'all that aren't very good.
Well, we got we got varying levels of talent here, so we're good.
Okay,
I
so
wonder.
so tell me who is at the table right now. Who's
Well, I'm
on
gonna let
mic.
them introduce themselves. So first, I got Richie.
Richie Cunningham. My name is Derek Greenbank. I go to the Huntsville High School.
Cool.
That's pretty much it.
Well, yeah, you see it.
Very
Well,
I-
so
I
Richie,
gotta
Richie's
rein him in.
the character name.
Yes.
Okay.
He's Richie Cunningham, aka Ron Howard.
Okay, Ron Howard's character. Okay, cool.
And then I got
Alright.
Matt Waring to my right. Matt.
I'm Potsy Weber, and
Who's Potsy?
Potsy is basically like the character that is like like trying to pick up every girl there, but not that very good at it.
Okay, so he's like, is he Fonz's friend or something?
He's Richie's friend.
Richie's friend.
Yeah, you have the
Okay.
top 3. You had the 3 Musketeers were Richie, Potsy, and Ralph. Ralph.
Okay.
Mouse.
All right, cool. And then who's to your left?
We
My name
got
is
Marissa.
my name is Marissa Roberts. I am playing ensemble.
What's that? Who's that?
I'm the characters. I'm one of the characters in the background that sings and dances to back up everyone else.
That's what
Okay.
ensemble does.
So this is gonna be a big production.
Yeah, we got like 20 cast members,
20.
Man.
thereabouts.
Now, are you hanging out at the? Because I don't really know too much about Happy Days. I know visually, like I know what the Fonz looks like. I know they hung out like at a soda pop shop kind of thing.
Arnold's.
Yeah, I remember that, and then that's about it. Like I have no idea what kind of person Richie's supposed to be. I know who Fonzie's supposed to be, but that's about it. So is the primary location the soda pop place?
Yeah, the 2 primary locations are the Cunningham house, their kitchen, living room, and then Arnold's. the soda shop.
Are you gonna do any like message? You know the high school message kind of thing in the play?
Oh, like tonight
After-
on a very
after-
special episode.
Yeah.
No, that came in the 80s actually.
Okay, I was just curious.
There's a big difference between 70 sitcoms and 80
So
sitcoms.
what's the conflict in this? There's got to be a conflict, right?
Yeah, someone's going to tear down Arnold's and put up a newfangled
Oh.
thing called a mall.
Oh, gross.
And so they're trying to save Arnold's. And so
Okay.
Gary Marshall,
Cool.
who created Happy Days, wrote this play.
Okay.
Wrote the words to it, so it's true. So he took like a best of like 13 different episodes and mixed them together. So you got the Malachi brothers, who are the antagonists, and in the TV show they had a demolition derby against Fonzie and his girlfriend Pinky. Well, here it's a wrestling match, and so lots of callbacks to this.
That's gonna be fun. So if you're a big fan of the show, you're gonna have a good time watching this.
Yeah, and if you're not, because here's the thing: a lot of the cast, I'm old. It's been
We know.
as we've remarked upon many occasions. It's one thing that none of us were alive in 1959 when Happy Days was set, but 98% of my cast wasn't alive in 1979 when this show was on.
Okay.
And so I've had to give like 2 different history lessons, one about the 50s and the one about the 70s, how sitcoms were set up. Because back then it was wild. Henry Winkler would walk on as Fonz and he'd have to spend the next 20 seconds posing and strutting because the audience was going crazy. So
That's true. I'm just now thinking about that. It makes a lot of sense if it's in front of a live audience and you're a big fan.
yeah, and sitcoms nowadays, I think there's a new one called Abby's, which is the only one that's filmed in front of a studio audience. Now, what they'll do is a single camera deal, and they'll film it, put it on a screen, and then bring in an audience to watch
kinda strange.
the finished product and record them laughing.
But one thing that I kind of was thinking about with you guys doing Happy Days is y'all's character, besides ensemble, is already set. Like you really have no freedom to really do too much. You're kind of like, oh, I gotta act this
Well,
way.
let's
I
ask
gotta...
them, how do you guys reconcile that?
You first, Richie.
Okay, Potsy, how do you reconcile that?
Well, like a month before auditions, I didn't know what Happy Days was. So my mom was like, "Are you serious?" And so she sit me down, and
Can you stream it right now? Like, where do you find
You got
Happy
some,
Days?
you got some Happy Days
You-
episodes on
YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube? Okay, cool.
and so I watched the Halloween episode, and I was like, "Man, this is good. This is an awesome, show."
Yeah.
And then I came in and did auditions, and then yeah. Rest
Well,
is story.
yeah, because it's kind of what's interesting about it, because I don't know too much about the storyline,
Mm-hmm.
but like everyone knows who the Fonz is, and everyone kind of expects to act like the Fonz.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine being ensemble, that's a lot of fun because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can dress up, be able to be like in the time zone area, but you can really do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's a lot of freedom with the ensemble.
So you guys suck.
Well, Marissa, let's talk about the ensemble because, at the beginning, when I told people if you're on the ensemble, that doesn't mean you're not good enough to be a primary actor. In fact, frequently you'll be doing a lot more than the primary actors. Does that turn out to be true, or are you still
I
finding
feel
yourself
like it
wanting?
does. I feel like it does because, you have the principals who they have lines, and of course you want lines, but it's in the show. We get to have the liberty of reacting however we want to what they're saying. So that's always fun.
And there is the freedom that you're not tied into, we have a blonde actor playing Fawn, so we got to spray his hair black. For
Yeah.
instance, he's got to look the part too. So he has some creative freedom, but not nearly as much as one of the soda pop or soda jerk girls or calendar girls.
Well, one thing I enjoy watching plays like similar to Happy Days is it's the whole entire production makes up like if I liked it or not. It's not like a Shakespearean thing where there's 4 actors and then that's it. Like,
Show me a Shakespeare show in the universe that has 4 actors in it.
wasn't that one guy did Hamlet just by himself?
Oh, you mean like the guy? Well, that was a joke from the movie Soap Dish.
Well, didn't Patrick Stewart do it?
A one-man Hamlet?
I think he did one man something.
Well, yeah.
So there you
It's called
go.
a monologue
Well, I mean, he did the whole play, I
or
think.
soliloquy.
But really, what I'm trying to say is, I enjoy watching stuff where it's a whole bunch of people doing things, and especially I like pay attention to the people to the side if they're really into it, if they drop stuff,
exactly.
Yeah.
or if they do it like when they react. And to me, that sells the whole picture to me. Besides the one actor being really good.
Yeah.
It kind of like keeps everyone in, I guess,
In the world.
connected. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
world of the show.
Like when Sean did the Three Musketeers, I wasn't really watching the main battle. I was watching the other people
Yeah.
because it was kind of fun to see the 6 different fights going on and things like that.
Well, in Musketeers, we even had a little Yorkie that we put in a little Musketeers outfit, and people, yeah. But I've been saying that someone will always be looking just at you at any given
Yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me.
See, I told you guys.
Yeah.
So if you're shaking, you have that cup of water in your hand. I'm like, oh, look at this person. He's gonna drop it. So
That means if you go up on a line or something, someone's gonna notice. Just
Yeah.
no pressure anymore.
so far, y'all open. So tonight's your first full production.
Family and
Right,
friends
right.
at first.
Yeah.
And people can buy tickets between this Friday and all the way for 3 weeks.
Yes.
And
I think we already have one show that's
Yeah. No,
sold out.
May 19th is sold out completely.
why is that?
Because we're good.
Okay. I
Let's
don't
go
know.
Happy
Is
Days.
that what's May 19th?
It's
Sunday.
the day we sold out.
Oh, okay, cool. It's kind of an odd
It's the day
day.
before my son's birthday, but I don't think there's a correlation there.
So-
But tickets are going, and I think word of mouth will spread on this one because Happy Days, it really is a piece of Americana. People my age, we tell our kids and our grandkids, and then they're actually liking it. And you see more and more shows happening where I've been listening to some podcasts, like I listened to that West Wing podcast, and I also listened to a Battlestar Galactica one. And these are 15 years old, these shows. But because of Netflix and streaming and everything, their parents saying, "Oh, you got to watch this show," it's taking on a whole new life. So Happy Days could actually end it back up on Netflix any given
Cool.
moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta. It's 10:15. We gotta get other people on. I
Yeah,
imagine.
we're gonna rotate
So
people through.
before y'all kick y'all off, tell if the listener wants to know why should he come see or he should come see the play. Tell him why.
We put a lot of hard work into it, and
3 months.
I feel like
It only
It's-
feels like 6 months.
I know.
it doesn't feel that long. I'm gonna really miss everyone in this show.
Yeah.
We've become like a family, really.
Like brothers.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just such a magical show, and when you come, I don't know, it feels it puts you in that happy state of mind, and like you can just focus on that moment, and
On the genre of like back.
yeah, you can be in that era again, and it just brings it back to life, and
Takes you away from the outside world and bring you back
Yeah.
from to Happy Days.
That's why I go to these things because I want to forget about the horrible things that
Exactly.
happen.
Oh, theater is the great escapism. What about you, Marissa?
Well, I think particularly with this show, it's going to be a very immersive experience. I mean, if you think about it, the audience is a part of the show. They play a role in it somehow. So I think because we're probably going to get a lot of older folk that grew up watching the show.
Thank you.
I'm not calling you old.
You watched
You're
the
young
show?
and spry. And so, since they grew up watching it, they'll be like, "Oh, I've seen this before. Let's see how they adapted it."
Well, one thing too, like you said, word of mouth. This seems like a play that most people don't know about, and when they hear about it, you're part of it. People are like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go spend my weekend doing that because it's a lot more fun than doing other things." So get your tickets today, owentheater.com. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, who else is coming to come on with us?
We're gonna have Joni. We're gonna have Michelle and
Pinky.
Oh, Pinky's hiding out back there, and we're gonna have Pinky Tuscadero herself.
Cool. You're listening to Mornings of Lone Star, irlonestar.com. It is 10:17 right now. We're going to take a quick break. We have the cast of Happy Days, which premieres tomorrow night officially. To get your tickets today at owentheater.com. We'll be right back, folks.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Are you one of those who feel that life is too short to drink bad coffee? Then come to Bean Pong Coffee. Bean Pong Coffee is open with 2 locations. Whether you're in downtown Conroe or historic Montgomery, we have the best fresh brewed and specialty coffee, delicious pastries, and courteous staff. Come visit us at 330 North Main Street in Conroe or 401 College Street, Suite 170 in Montgomery. Visit beanpongcoffee.com to see our complete list of special events.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a non-profit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
All right, welcome back. Mornings of Lone Star, irlonestar.com. Broadcasting live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe. It is 10:20. We have the cast of Happy Days. Revolving door here this morning, so if you want to comment, question, just go ahead and shoot us a question and comment on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm sitting here with, now we have who's in the studio?
We got even more people here. So we got Pinky, we got Joni, and we have another ensemble. So we get 3 lovely ladies who get to talk about not only their characters, but again with ensemble. We have Marissa's sister Michelle here, Michelle Roberts, who's in the ensemble. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? Yeah, get right up on that.
It's going good.
Cool.
So I got to ask this now since I've seen a couple of the cast members. What's the average age of the cast?
12, it feels like.
Oh, stop.
I'm telling
Stop.
you, they're so young. Probably about what? Well, for every youngster, we've got Rick Sellers. So it kind of so it balances out the median. He makes it like the median age like 86. But,
So he average.
yeah. No, there's only I think we got Rick, myself, if you want to count myself. Cheryl,
Who do you play?
the band leader.
Okay.
Yeah, I get to be
Like the
on-
gang leader?
No, yeah,
No.
yeah, that's right. I get to play the gang
Is
leader.
there a gang in the show?
There's a bully,
a bullet,
and then you
there's
have
always
a bully and 2 bad guys.
Okay.
And no, I'll be conducting the band.
Okay.
So we have an on-stage band, and so that's a lot of fun. That's how I make sure to keep my fingers in on the show after we open. But no, we got myself, Rick, Cheryl Campbell, who plays Marion, Howard's wife, and then Sam Sigmund, who plays Arnold. And we're the only ones who are at least over 30. We're well beyond that, all of us. Everyone about that has got to be, mid-20s at the top.
So let me ask the actors and actresses, and when you saw auditions for a Happy Days, I imagine that's like, yeah, I want to go do that because of the availability of roles around that age. Because that's one thing I always wondered. Some people can pull off being older, some people can pull off being younger, and if you're very lucky, you do both. But when you're trying to go audition, you're kind of stuck in a rut.
Yeah, you can't have a 40-year-old Richie.
So.
Oh, no.
I mean, you can be the Marvel superhero people, and now they're just stuck. Now they're the Marvel superhero people. They can't be anybody else.
Right.
So.
But so along with Michelle here, we have Hannah Gilchrist or Christ. I never asked.
Gilchrist.
Thank you. I thought so, but never presume. And she plays Joni, as in Joni Loves Chachi.
Okay.
And so, what brought you to the auditions, Hannah?
Well, really, I mean, I saw the auditions and I thought, I knew the show. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I think that'd be fun to audition. And my mom literally saw that and said, you have to audition for Joni Cunningham.
How many parents were involved in this process? I think all of them.
And it was funny because I had friends that talked about it, and I was over at the Crichton talking about auditioning, and people were telling me, yeah, like, you should audition. Like, you would make a good Joni. And I was like, okay. So I auditioned for the character. And they called me back, surprisingly, to play for the character. And here I am.
There you are. And then we've also got Lizzie Camp, who plays Fonzie's girlfriend, Pinky Tuscadero.
Fonzie's old squeeze.
Wah, wah, wah.
And a lot of people don't know that Fonzie actually had a girlfriend. Like, where he actually fell in love, and they had the whole story arc where they end up not together.
That show's been on for so long.
10 years.
I imagine they try to figure out every single plot for each character.
Well, yeah, and even in the later years, it got a little bit more silly because you got to understand that Mork and Mindy was a spinoff of Happy Days. They had an episode where Richie has a dream to where this alien named Mork shows up and tries to take over the world. And then they retconned it. After Mork and Mindy became popular, they recut the episode to where it wasn't a dream, that it was
Was
Mork.
Mindy in it in the
No,
dream?
no.
So she's made up for the show,
Right.
not for Happy Days.
And Happy Days itself is a spinoff. Back in the 60s, there was a TV series called Love American Style, which is a series of vignettes about love in its various forms, little 5-10 minute vignettes. And one of them was called Love in the Happy Days. And it was about this family in Milwaukee, and it turned into Happy Days. And then, let's see, what are the spinoffs? We got Joni Loves Chachi,
There's a pinky one. What's it called again?
Blansky's Beauties, Out of the Blue, which actually dealt with an angel coming to help people out. And it was Marion was a tertiary character. I think there were like 4 or 5 different spinoffs. Laverne and Shirley. And
I don't know anything. Those shows don't
You
mean
never
anything.
heard of Laverne and Shirley?
I love
I mean, I've heard of the
Laverne and
characters,
Shirley.
but I didn't know it was like a show itself. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it was indeed. In fact, there may even be a call out to the theme song of that show.
Okay.
You never know. So Lizzie, before she was cast as Pinky,
This
she
is
was my
funny.
stage manager because like last year, I directed Lizzie in Kiss Me Kate. She was my Kate. And when I was given Happy Days, she, I think like 12 seconds later, asked if you could be stage manager, right?
Yeah, well, originally, because I thought I was going to have a conflict to where I could not perform in the show, but I really wanted to work with Sean again, so I said, hey, could I stage manage for you? So.
And we had such great talent coming out, and that's the nice thing. I had so many people come out and audition to where it's hard to put people, but I was like, great, I've got a great ensemble, which I think is more important on many levels than even the main characters, because they have to be in lockstep with each other. They have to have their dance moves down. They have to have their harmonies down. And as director, sometimes you have a vision that I could get away with a blonde Fonzie because I know I could spray his hair, but if Kane hadn't shown up, I may have had to rearrange a whole different show to where if my current Chachi may have been a Richie and my Richie may have been a Fonz, So it's and that's how it turned out that I had some awesome talent audition for Pinky, but Lizzie had a voice and presence for it that we talked. It's like, if I took stage managing away from you eventually, you segued into the character, could you? And we talked. She said, yeah, and I think it turned out really well.
Well, one thing that I want to know from you guys is when doing plays, I imagine y'all done other ones. What Happy Days to me kind of sets a tone for fun. Mm-hmm. So when you're auditioning for it, when you're reciting and doing all those kind of things, I know some people take themselves very seriously, but I feel like this allows you to go a little more range of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially when you go to practice and like tonight, family night, and even on opening night, it's more of like this encompasses why a lot of people get together and spend 3 months together because it's so much fun. And then especially when people stand and clap and things, that makes it worth it, I guess. I don't know what y'all eat when it comes to approval.
It's copious amounts of bean punk coffee.
Yeah.
Locations in both historic downtown Conroe and Montgomery.
But so leaving Happy Days is going to change the way y'all look at other plays, or is this always going to be something where when you want to be involved with productions, you're like, man, I could really do a Happy Days because that's what I want to do because I don't want to do something depressing or anything like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think like the past 3 months that we've all had together, it's been the best experience of my life. Like I've had so much fun, even though it's so much work and we've worked so hard for this. Like at the end of it, just thinking about having to leave the production is so sad to me because it's been such a good experience.
Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna cry after this show is done. Like
You're gonna make me cry now.
See, now me on the other hand, like I agree, but I do like to do like dramas and
Well, I know, but
stuff. So.
I
dramas
feel,
are fun.
I feel like if you're going to be an actor, it's like if you're going to be like, can you imagine doing like those TV shows that's always real serious all the time, and you're kind of like, man, I could really do a comedy every once in a while, and that's why I feel like a lot of shows that are on for that long, they're like, hey, can we do a comedy episode? Because I'm tired of looking at dead bodies and trying to figure out who the killer is.
CSI
Like,
Miami,
can you imagine working on SVU? Can you imagine working at SVU for 14 years or how long it's been on? It's
Ask
like, man.
Mariska, she'll tell you.
She's like, I'm kind of tired of. No, that's why her character got promoted to captain, so she didn't have to be on site for the death. So
It's like Criminal Minds, just and it does. And if you notice, think about the musicals that are out there. How many are based on dramas and how many based on comedies? And you'll find a lot more based on comedies. Now you get some serious ones. You get Ghost the musical, Miss Saigon. But I mean, like based on a series or a movie, where musicals can go drama. But if you base it on existing properties, like we want to turn a musical into something. Now I think one of the best musicals I ever saw was called Silence the Musical. And it was a musical comedy version of Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, whoa, really?
And they wrote it because the playwright said, it seems that you can take any movie from the 1980s, slap some songs on it, and become a Broadway smash, so we're going to give it a try with the most inappropriate movie to turn into a musical.
Seriously, though.
And it's right out of the movie. There's a song called It Puts the Lotion on Its Skin. And it's really dirty too. It's a really dirty.
well, it's great morning talk. Great morning talk.
What I'm saying is that comedy, musicals are made for comedy. Even if you take a drama, you got to add comedic elements to it to engage the audience, or the audience can just only handle so much. You can only handle so much Wagner in your life before I need some Mozart.
Okay. Well, ladies, tell me, why should people come see y'all?
Oh, for me, it's just an amazing cast. We work off each other so well. And I feel like we've worked pretty hard, and even though, we may be a little anxious for tonight, it's kind of like the song Run, like the line, even though your knees are knocking, you're an asset to the team. And everyone does amazing. And yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be absolutely so fun. I think as soon as the people enter the building, they're going to be just transported back in time.
Yes.
And I think the entire duration of the show is just going to be just a great 2 hours. I don't know how someone could leave the show and not enjoy it. Like, I think it's just going to be amazing.
I would say, obviously we've worked really hard, and I am ready to transport people back to the 1950s. Or I guess, I was going to say technically the 1970s since that's when the show ended. But no, the 1950s.
Now, is that messing with the cast, do you think, that we are effectively doing two different time periods?
I don't think so.
I think that's the challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the dialogue. You're trying to be 1950s, but then when you're off the air, you're going back to 1970 dialogue.
Well, Lizzie's kind of 0 for 2 with me on this one because the last play I directed her in, it was set in the 1940s, but the play within the play was set in the 1500s.
No, not even the 1800s. This is way off.
So that was another one where there were two different time periods that weren't this one that you had to represent.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were complaining about Game of Thrones. Same thing happens.
I think Bean Punk Coffee really missed out on a golden opportunity that they could have sponsored it. Do you think Starbucks did a secret deal with them? Like, hey, leave the cup
Game
on
of
the table.
Thrones? I was like talking about Happy Days.
Leave the cup on the table, and we'll give you $10 million.
No, who's the stage manager for you guys?
Well, now it's Mrs. Skippy.
So Mrs. Skippy wouldn't let
That's the only way I could see
wouldn't
her.
let the coffee
Oh my
coffee
God.
be on the table, right?
Well, no, it'd be in her hands. If there's coffee, if I need to find my wife, just look for the coffee.
Well, overall, it sounds like Happy Days is just a fun experience. So people are listening and need a reason to go. It's kind of like, hey, just take it easy on a Friday night and go enjoy Happy Days.
I have to agree. You know, as director, you have to have a certain flavor or make certain decisions, and you can tell sometimes in a production where maybe the Romeo and the Juliet, the actors hate each other, and they could be the world's best actors, but that chemistry can or lack thereof can actually end up on the stage.
Yeah.
And the audience, you know, this is a paying audience. They want to be transported out for a while. We're creating a whole new musical 1950s universe, and I try, hopefully succeed for the most part, to have, you know, we're spending way more time with each other than our families. Yeah. You know,
Definitely.
and seriously, I hadn't seen Mrs. Skippy like awake in a month.
Isn't she the stage manager?
She is now.
Yeah, that like just happened.
Yeah. As Lizzie transitioned out, it's like, hey, honey, you want to see me tonight? Yeah, great. You're stage managing the show. That's how we pulled it off. But you have to, you know, inspire them because, you know, this is a volunteer theater. You know, community theater is volunteer. I'm not getting paid. They're not getting paid. And you have to inspire them to show up night after night and to give their time, their energy, their resources, their skills, their talent. We've had injuries on stage, and they suck it up and eventually come back. To end up, it all culminates tonight with friends and family, tomorrow night with our opening night.
So do we have anyone else that wants to get on? Are we done?
Sheila, why don't you come on? Talk about the fun of putting on props. Yeah, just reach over Michelle here. So this is Sheila Cannon. She's our props mistress. And so
she's the one that watches the coffee cups.
Yes, I'm in charge of the coffee cups. Yeah, the props have been amazing. You know, it's kind of transported me back to go and find these things and make sure it's period, and I've really enjoyed that. And I think it's gonna overall. I think that what you're gonna see tonight is gonna absolutely transport you back.
That's fun.
I've been working on. I even got fried chicken for the show, and you know, and it's been great. So,
but think about it, she's had to create fake pies.
Yeah.
You know, we have a budget.
Well, you're in a soda pop shop, so you gotta get all that.
You gotta get the glass. It's one thing to have Coke bottles. You gotta fill the Coke bottles.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure the Coke doesn't spill on them. So you have to have straws. You have to have napkins for the napkin holder. You have to make sure that the ketchup dispenser is not empty where it falls over.
Right.
We have to have signs. You know, there are 3,012 little props that, you know, someone needs a bell here, a sign there, a bicycle here, an AM radio there.
yeah.
And you know, you can't go out and buy these for real, so you have to construct a lot. We're creating a fake TV camera right now across
Right.
the street. Sheila had to create pies out of foam insulation and empty tins and magnets, so they'll stack. That I think props mistress or master has to be one of the most creative aspects of any production.
It's been a challenge, but I'm up for a challenge. So.
Yeah. Plus it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I've really enjoyed it. And I tell you, I was just telling Derek, who plays Richie, I said, man, I'm going to miss, you know, spending so much time with you after this show. I mean, you know, you and all you guys, you know, become my kids. And I get mad when I see them upset and I want to know whose butt I have to kick tonight.
There you go.
Yeah. There are many shows. There are some shows that you can't wait for it to be over, just a process or an ordeal or whatever. And then some that really stick with you. And I think this is the one that's going to stick with most, if not all of us.
And I think I've become the mother hen of the show.
yeah.
Everybody comes to me.
We love you.
Mama
We love
Shishi.
you so much.
Yeah, it's a whole new
you go.
family microcosm.
There you go. Well, we're going to take a break and
That's
let
fine.
people know tickets are available, folks. There's basically productions every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then some special ones. Just visit owentheater.com for some Happy Days tickets and be wowed and taken back to the 1950s. And then, right after that, right? Y'all looked at me like I was wrong.
Yeah, no, you're
All right.
good.
No,
You're
no,
good.
you're good.
All right, good deal. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings of Lone Star on irlonestar.com. We'll be back.
Show everybody what I found. Rock and roll with
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Are you one of those who feel that life is too short to drink bad coffee? Then come to Bean Pong Coffee. Bean Pong Coffee is open with 2 locations. Whether you're in downtown Conroe or historic Montgomery, we have the best fresh brewed and specialty coffee, delicious pastries, and courteous staff. Come visit us at 330 North Main Street in Conroe or 401 College Street, Suite 170 in Montgomery. Visit beanpongcoffee.com to see our complete list of special events.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations. Look up the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
All right, welcome back to Mornings of Lone Star, irlonestar.com, broadcasting live where? On Lone Star Community Radio.
That's right, 104.5, 106.1 on your Conroe FM dial.
Yeah.
On Facebook, YouTube, and streaming live on irlonestar.com.
And special shout out to the show's partners who help us out. We have Bean Punk Coffee in Montgomery and in Conroe. And then we also have Creative Content Creation, C3memories.com, and CleanSweepOfficeCleaning.com for all your office cleaning needs. We had the cast from Happy Days, some of them, which is premiering tomorrow, but tonight is Friends and Family Night, and then they're going to be on for the next 3 weeks, folks. Get your tickets online at owentheater.com, and you're going to be taken back. How long's the show?
You mean like from start to finish?
Yeah, like I sit down.
Yeah, about 2:15.
Because it's a musical, so I imagine there's like
it's musical, but it's pretty fast paced. So Act 1 takes like about an hour.
Okay.
Then you get an intermission, then less than an hour. It's about 2:10, 2:15.
Well, cool. And I hope folks know that we're going to be giving away tickets every weekend, starting with this weekend's performance. Supply is limited, so basically, if you're interested in winning some tickets, today is Thursday. We'll choose a winner tomorrow. Just message us on our social media. It has to be a direct message, so it can't be a comment or anything. Do a direct message or email us at mwls@irlonestar.com, and you're in the drawing for all 3 weeks. So if you get picked, you won't be able to, you're not eligible for the rest of the showings, but you get to choose which one that weekend that you win. But it all depends on if it's sold out or not.
Right, you get 2 tickets to any available
You'll have a couple
show.
shows that might have been sold out. So.
Right, and don't forget, this Sunday is Mother's Day, and like my mom, her part of her Mother's Day gift is I got her ticket to the show on Sunday because all the restaurants are going to be booked. It's something new. And believe me, moms would love Happy Days musical.
Well, that's one thing I think it's unique because I've been down here and seen the different plays. This is probably one of the few plays that I've seen that just seems that screams fun.
Mhm.
Like it isn't like, oh, there's a one act that has like it won an Oscar and it has the actress big role. This is something to me. It's like it's just fun, and when you go to it, you're gonna sing along if you know the songs, and you're just gonna have a good time.
Mhm.
And I think that's kind of rare today because of you only do 6 plays a season, so it's kind of like, oh, let's always choose the ones that are a drama, a comedy, and a
When choosing a season, an artistic director has to walk a very high tightrope.
You gotta offer variety.
You got to put butts in the seats, but you can't rely on the same old, same old.
Yeah.
And Happy Days was a bold choice. I remember when they were first talking about the season, I said, listen, I have directed this before, so I know it's a fun show. It's, anyone can come. This is for the whole family.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this show that's offensive to anybody as far as I can see.
That's good.
I want to give a special shout out to Beanpunk because, their jukebox that they have in their store. Well,
Is that why it's missing?
That's why it's missing. It's on my stage
Man,
now.
it was funny as I walked in and I was like, man, I feel like something is missing.
They have a classic Wurlitzer. Now, we're not talking about the old 40 style with the curved top. We're talking, big, bulky 1950s 2-ton block of jukebox that was really hard to get from Beanpunk into the theater. But yeah, that's the actual the literal centerpiece of the stage.
Okay.
The center of the stage and the back is the jukebox.
Okay.
But we've had to. It's funny because we open up the jukebox to check out the innards, and it's all transistors and vacuum tubes. It's so old, and capacitors that like I bought new fluorescent lighting for the inside, but the capacitors can't handle the new fluorescence, so we're having to decorate it with additional lights on the outside. But it's just beautiful, and I want to give a shout out to Cycle Shack North, the motorcycle shop just down the street. They have graciously let us have use of a Honda Rebel 300, a beautiful motorcycle for Fonzie's motorcycle.
Do you run it in the?
It never gets turned on. In fact, they wisely didn't even give me the key to it. We loaded up on a trailer, so it gets rolled out on the stage a few times. But it's a beautiful piece of machinery, and I hope nothing happens to it because I've just bought a motorcycle otherwise. But yeah, these are the things that we do to try to make it as realistic for the audience that, Fonzie's on a motorcycle. For instance, we have a jukebox. It's not a cardboard jukebox. He can, Fonzie can thwack it with his hand and music will start playing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It's been a haul. It's been a road. And, again, between cast and crew, we've got more than 24 people involved with this. And so it's high stakes. When you put on a show, even a small show, not just thousands, tens of thousands of dollars are sunk into it with the hopes that you make up for it with ticket sales. And so if people don't come, the show's just lost a lot of money and the theater could fold. So the pressure's on the director to make sure there's a quality product. And so with the cast and crew, they have to be able to, it may not always have to get along with each other, but get on with the point that it doesn't affect, where you hate coming in. And, the nights get longer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The whole tone, I don't see how the only reason you'd have a bad day is because something else happened outside.
Yeah, sometimes that's
outside of the play.
Yeah,
so.
And for the most part, I like saying, keep the drama on the stage. And so backstage, I put together a potluck dinner night one night. It was a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Easter Sunday night, where I said, listen, come to the theater, 6 o'clock, bring a dish. You don't have to come, but if you do, bring a dish, and there's no rehearsal, no singing, no dancing, no lines. We're just going to, joke around and have some fun. And I think like 90% of the cast and crew showed up with their dishes, and man, there were some awesome dishes because it's that sense of community, a family. And this show, I think, will stick. I'm really happy. One of the reasons I direct is for the legacy thing. I want to pass on. Now I got a whole new generation of 17, 18-year-olds who have experienced Happy Days for the first time, and they love it. And so they may, long after I'm gone, they may turn around in 20, 30, 40 years and pass it on to someone else. So they're
going to make like a Big Bang Theory musical?
I would not be surprised. That's why I raised the whole thing about Silence, the musical version of Silence of the Lambs, because I have to agree with it that it seems that you got producers on Broadway and off Broadway who just have flipping through IMDb at random and to find a movie that they could add songs to.
Do they always have Phantom of the Opera every year in like New York?
No, it's usually right now it's on tour in Asia. In fact, we have a local actress who is actually in the tour playing Carlotta, and she's in Singapore right now.
I don't know who Carlotta is.
One of the opera diva character,
Okay.
the one that Christine takes over for in Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
And
So they tour. So the official Phantom of the Opera
official
has
national
a
or
tour.
global tour, right?
So you can't go to New York next week and see Phantom of the Opera.
If it happened, I don't think it's playing in New York right
Okay.
now. I'm not sure, but right now you got shows like Hamilton will be playing for the next 40 years, and then that'll go. Well, it's already started to go on tour. And these are official tours, and when you have a big show on Broadway, they hold the rights to where no one else can put it on.
Okay.
And then they'll release the rights. Like you may notice that next season, Mamma Mia will be put on at the Owen.
Okay.
There are about 3 or 4 other theaters in the Houston area also putting it on, not close to each other because they work out. Okay, you're physically too close to this theater, so they got the rights before
Yeah.
you can't do it. That's why Rent was so popular for a while because they released the rights. So, okay, it's not on Broadway anymore. You can put
That
it
makes
on.
sense now. Because I was trying to figure out, because is Happy Days considered a Broadway play?
No, it never went on Broadway. It went off Broadway, like off Broadway.
What does that mean?
Broadway is an actual.
So Broadway isn't like legit street?
Yeah, it's Broadway Avenue.
Oh,
and that's where a lot of theaters are.
I know we talked about this. I didn't
Mhm.
really understand the rules of engagement when it came to what classifies as Broadway. Where can you use the word Broadway?
It's one of there's got a dozen major theaters on Broadway
Okay.
Avenue. And that's it. Then you have off Broadway, which it may not be one of the big ones, but it's in the neighborhood and it's going to get, then you have off
But
off
Broadway always means it's a musical, right?
No.
Okay, so it's
No.
that's just the class of the play.
Yeah, you hear, it's a Broadway musical, which just means that's a big, it's not 3 people playing, guitar, drums, and bass.
Okay.
It's a musical.
That makes sense. Okay. How many theaters are on Broadway?
I think about a dozen.
Okay, so those all qualified.
Mhm.
That's weird. Okay, cool. I mean, I know actors and actresses and people care about that stuff. So
Yeah.
especially how much money they pay to go see. I don't know how much tickets are for Broadway plays. I imagine it's stupid expensive.
People were spending, offering thousands of dollars for tickets to Hamilton. But that's why Hamilton, they actually did that lottery. Every night they keep the front row empty and they would give away tickets by lottery for $10 each. And so people could have a chance to watch it. And then on top of that, many of the actors would come out before the show and outside for the people, like the crowds wanting to get in, entertain them with a couple of songs. And I thought that's really cool. I think that's new. I hate buzzwords, but I think it's a new paradigm of Broadway that you want to bring the.
I know that
audiences
Owen
in.
always has people outside. Like after the performance, sometimes the actors are outside while you're walking out.
Yeah, and the Crichton too. A lot of theaters do that, where after the show, the actors will come out in the lobby and.
Surprised they
shake
don't
hands.
put a hat down.
You're right. I'm sure that's the next step. But yeah, that way the audiences get to meet the actors. We don't have a stage door per se here in Conroe, so they'll go out in the lobby. But same thing on Broadway. The fans will go around back to the side to the stage door and camp out, and as the actors come out. And in the old days, the actors would avoid that. But now they're realizing, these are the people that paid good money, dozens if not hundreds of dollars to come see me. They deserve 5 minutes of my time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love theater. I've talked about it a lot. Theater is one of the few media where there's nothing separating it from the audience. There's no screen. There's no TV screen. There's no silver screen. It's you can get right up in their faces. At one point I have the actors actually marching out in the audience and to make them part of this parade. And I think that helps the audience just escape for a couple of hours.
Well, that's what's going to happen at Happy Days.
Yeah.
You can get your tickets at owentheater.com. Any closing remarks on that, Sean? Because it's kind of weird. You're like the guest.
I
but
know,
you're
right?
You're the
Just,
co-host.
I got to say, I've had the privilege and honor to kind of captain this ship with this crew of actors and technicians and stage
Okay.
crew that are just have given it their all. No one has slacked off on this. And, this is not a Broadway production. The walls may wobble. The paint may still be drying on the floor tonight, but by golly, you're going to be entertained. And the tickets, I think, are I think student tickets start as low as 15. They go up to like 24. For $24, you're going to get 2.5 hours of live music entertainment.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
So I want to check it out next week. So that's my.
Can't wait to see you.
But folks, you can get tickets at owentheater.com. But if you want to win tickets, we're giving away a pair of tickets every weekend, starting with this weekend. To win or to enter to win, all you have to do is direct message us on social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, and then you can also email us at mwls@irlonestar.com. Your name will be entered into the drawing, and if you get picked, you have to pick a show that weekend depending on what's available, and then your name will be taken out. If you want to enter and you don't win this weekend, you're all automatically entered for next weekend.
Yep.
So just remember that. Right now on our calendar for Mornings Lone Star, we have a guest on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. We're going to have Elizabeth Griever in. She's part of a company called Eversand Cooper. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be talking about, she's going for Women of the Year with Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. If you didn't know, every year they do Woman of the Year, and they pretty much do a big fundraiser, and it's up to individuals to become Women of the Year if they do a certain type of fundraising and things like that. So she'll be in talking about her fundraising event for that and things like that. If you're interested in being a guest with Sean and I, we love to have you in. Just contact us at irlonestar.com/MWLS for different ways to contact us. And so that's pretty much it for today's show. OwenTheater.com for some tickets, man. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited about seeing it. I'm excited about relaxing. I know my parents are excited about it.
You know what I'm excited for? As we fade out, they did that Alien production.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Well, Sigourney Weaver showed up to
really?
closing night. Yeah.
Did you know they actually have it available on YouTube for the full deal?
I watched it. It's not that bad. Well, I'm hoping that maybe Henry Winkler will show up at ours. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You listen to Mornings Lone Star, irlonestar.com. We'll see you guys later, and enjoy your rainy weekend here in Montgomery County.
Turn around, don't drown.
There you go. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for checking out this episode of Mornings with Lone Star. I want to say a special shout out to the cast of Happy Days. They are going to be performing live at the Owen Theater, folks, all the way from basically the 10th of May for 3 more weeks after that. So get your tickets online at owentheater.com. We're going to also give away 2 tickets every week. So every weekend performance, you get to choose which one you can go to depending on seats are available. All you have to do is contact us via social media direct message or email us at mwls@irlonestar.com. We have Twitter and we have Facebook, so just direct message us and you'll be entered into the drawing. We'll announce it on Friday. So you kind of have to be on your toes if you win. Outside of that, we want to encourage folks to reach out to us if they want to be on the show. We changed up our format. We're doing more of a podcast feel, not that many breaks, and we're just going to do hourly format. And sometimes we'll do 2 hours. Sometimes we'll do 1, depending on who has booked their time. But really, we want to focus on guests and conversations like that. So if you're interested in being a guest on Mornings Lone Star podcast, just reach out to us, irlonestar.com/MWLS for all of our info to contact us and check out other shows and things like that. We do want to say a special thanks to today's partners. We got Beanpunk Coffee. We also have creative content creation, c3memories.com. And then, of course, Clean Sweep OfficeCleaning.com for your Montgomery County office cleaning needs. If you do want to know more about what we do, irlonestar.com/MWLS. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for checking out this show on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. This show is owned and produced by Lone Star Community Radio and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. For more information about the show, to be a guest, or to sponsor, just contact the studio at 936-647-3776 to leave a message, or email us at lscrstudios@gmail.com.